Bruce, when you first started managing talent, Elvis was king and 45s ruled.
I'm not that old now. I'm not that old. When I first started managing talent was probably in the early 70s. Booking talent was in the mid 60s. So Elvis is, he, in his waning years, although we did meet Elvis, we met Elvis with Back Return Overdrive because Elvis has the TCB, taking care of business thing he had. Right. He took that TCB idea, taking care of business, and made that TCB with a lightning bolt on it for all his bodyguards and stuff, or the close people to him. So he invited us to a show, invited BTO to a show in Las Vegas. We went down there. He gave us the custom TCB ones, and we gave him one of the Back Return Overdrive gears. They use that for a logo. So we got to meet Elvis actually a couple times with Back Return Overdrive. But that's the 70s, and that was in 1975 when we met Elvis. He was dead a couple of years later, as you know. But in 1973, 72 is when I first started managing them at that time. They came into Vancouver as Brave Belt. They went out here as Back Return Overdrive and on to bigger and better things. And then, of course, that moves on to things like Loverboy, who are getting into the Junos this year in a Canadian Hall of Fame at the Juno Awards in Vancouver later on this in March. And Bryan Adams, of course, who sold more records than any male artist in Canada ever, is now closing on the 70 million mark. And it goes from there, Michael Bublé and Martina McBride in the country business. And it's interesting, you go along, Blair, and you think about all the things you've done in this business. But when I knew you were coming in to talk about this stuff, I thought of some of the stories, the big Day on the Green shows with Bill Graham and the Allman Brothers and Peter Frampton and Rod Stewart and the Faces and the Beach Boys in their heyday that we played with, and the Rolling Stones. We played the Rolling Stones, the Who, and you look back and until someone like you shows up and wants you to talk about it, you don't even think about that stuff because it just was part of your life. And music's been a part of my life, since the beginning. When you went back and the first question we asked about Elvis Presley and the 45s, first record I ever bought was by Elvis Presley. Was the album with Ready Teddy, that the first Elvis Presley album. And the last record I bought before my dad died, I bought with him, was a song called Treat Me Nice. That was a 45 that I bought out of Seattle. I went down to Seattle with my dad to get it earlier. And I was lucky to see Elvis play many times, including in the 50s at Empire Stadium and all the way up nearly towards his death. So it's been a pretty full career, and as you know, I'm a big Elvis collector. In fact, today I just bought a guitar. No one knows this yet, not even my girlfriend, who's got to see it hanging up in the house. Has a guitar signed when the last guys were all together, the four of them in Sun Studios: Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, Carl Perkins, and Elvis Presley. And they signed three of them. And I just picked up one today, so she didn't even know about it. I don't even want to talk about what I paid for it, but we'll just leave that alone.